From an undisclosed location in North America, you are watching Card to Card. And this episode is going to be really good. This is the episode about the Kodiak dinosaur. Now, before we start talking about the Kodiak dinosaur, I do want to say to fans of Card to Card, last week we didn't have an episode. This is probably going to be more of a like a bi-weekly episode for a while, because there's just so much other content that I'm getting behind on that I'm going to try to get caught up on some of these PSA videos, submission and return videos, stuff like that, Star Wars videos. Like we went to do some different types of videos, like the hobby talk videos and stuff like that, and Card to Card, because it was just getting too expensive to open up cards, and now prices are getting a little bit more back to normal. So I've been opening more stuff, but I'm finding that videos are starting to pile up on me. So I'm going to try to make Card to Card more of like a bi-weekly thing, but it's definitely not going away. So thank you to the fans of Card to Card that definitely voiced their concern that there wasn't an episode last week. I'm going to try to do one every other week. Not guaranteeing it's going to be every other week, but they're always going to be on Fridays. So just keep an eye out on Fridays for Card to Card episodes. And plus, I think doing them less often, they're going to be better quality. That's the hope. So anyway, let's get back to this week's episode about the Kodiak dinosaur. So this is from the UFO first edition set. The art there by Lily, really cool art. I've never heard of the Kodiak dinosaur, so I definitely wanted to look into it and see what it was. So this is what I found out. Well, I will tell a story that when I was just like a young lad, I was absolutely obsessed with the Loch Ness Monster. I mean, that was definitely, I was obsessed with Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. So obviously I'm really into MetaZoo because, I mean, the cards are based on these types of creatures. So when I was a kid, I would read up on whatever I could find on the subject of the Loch Ness Monster. And I do hope that MetaZoo keeps going long enough to where they start doing European cryptids, maybe do a Great Britain set or something, because I really would love to see a Loch Ness Monster MetaZoo card. That would be really awesome. But there is actually a very similar tale up in our own country, up way up north in Alaska, that actually has scientific evidence to back it up. And the creature that we're talking about is, of course, called the Kodiak dinosaur. And on April 15th, 1969, there was a small 65-foot shrimp boat. It was called the Mylark, and they were fishing in Raspberry Straits off of Kodiak Island. And they then recorded something very unusual on their echo sounder. And they used the echo sounder. It's kind of like a fish finder, like you probably heard of those, but this is back in the late 60s. And this echo sounder, they would use it to find like schools of shrimp or fish. And this device that they were using was like the state of the art back in that day. So they recorded 330 feet below their boat. There was an enormous creature, and it passed below them. And the creature was measured between 150 and to 180 feet, much larger than even like a blue whale. So this was very startling. And I actually have the actual image that they recorded right here. So give me a second. I was going to bring that image up. And some of the stuff can be disturbing to viewers, blah blah blah. So there on the top up here is the actual image that they recorded, and this down here is like an artist representation of what they think that creature might have been. So that is the actual sonar recording of that creature. Like down here at the bottom is like the seabed, and then there, I don't know what this next little layer is, but then there's the creature right there. Just crazy. And very large. So that image and size definitely suggests that the creature may resemble like the long supposed extinct plesiosaur, which was an actual dinosaur from the dinosaur ages. And you know, you hear of legends of these creatures. They pop up in different areas, different countries, and that brings the question: did the plesiosaur actually survive extinction? You know, I don't know. There's just so many stories, like the Loch Ness monster. The images that you see of people that have taken pictures of that look kind of like a plesiosaur shape. The Kodiak dinosaur definitely resembles that. Other creatures that have similar deep lake type fables and stuff like that. It makes it sound like some of these creatures may have survived the age of the dinosaurs. So what do you guys think? We have another picture here. This is not an actual photo. This is an artist's rendition of what one of these creatures would actually look like in the ocean. This is a really cool picture, by the way. You can see how amazing would it be if some of these creatures actually survived the age of the dinosaurs and are just very elusive, and you know, just are never hardly seen except for you know like a little ripple here. They come up for air there in some of these very deep seas and oceans and deep lakes. Very cool. I love these stories. So we do have, as further evidence, we do have a video that was shot in those Alaskan waters by tourists, and viewer discretion is highly advised. Let's go ahead and roll that video of the Kodiak dinosaur. Okay, I know there wasn't a lot of video there to look at, but they did kind of like reverse it and kind of show you that there was definitely something moving in that water, and it was very large. So the thought is that that was the Kodiak dinosaur coming up for a little breath of air. You can kind of see, look on the art here, you definitely see some ridges there, so they definitely incorporated that into the art. So this is the part of the video where we take a look at this art from the card. I really like this art. As you can see, date of birth 1969, Kodiak Island, not Arkansas, Alaska. The flavor text there says, Alaskan fishermen can look forward to 3 things: fish, the open sea, and the occasional giant dinosaur. So really awesome. You see the Kodiak dinosaur down there deep in the water with looks like around some icebergs and stuff. So really cool. I really like this card. I appreciate it a lot more now. I know kind of the backstory on it. And hey, even in the United States, in Alaska, we have our own version of the Loch Ness monster, the Kodiak dinosaur. All right, so Guys, if you are fishing out in some Alaskan channel or bay or something, and you got your fish finder there, and it starts beeping and going berserk, you definitely need to keep your eyes out.